So I saw a really cool patient today who came in with lower back pain. They had lower back pain for a number of years, but more recently, in the last few months, they also noticed they already had knee pain, and especially on the right side, which is where they were getting the lower back pain more commonly in more recent times too. And they were like, I think there's some connection here. I was like, awesome. This person clearly has identified there might be a connection either in the nerves or in the muscles or something, but they noticed a difference. So I often get patients coming with pain to the legs, and it might be caused by pain in the lower back, and it can often be diagnosed or possibly even misdiagnosed as sciatica. So what is sciatica? Well, technically, sciatica is pain in the distribution of the sciatic nerve. It's one of several nerves that goes into the leg. So sciatic nerve is just one of the nerves. It's the most famous one because it's the one that gets into trouble most commonly. But there are other nerves like the obturator nerve and the femoral nerve that are also major nerves that go into the leg. However, if you do that, that is how thick your sciatic nerve is. It's around as thick as your thumb. It's the thickest nerve we have in the body. And like all nerves, or all peripheral nerves to be technically correct, they all stem from certain points in the spine. So, for example, when you've got a spine like this, all right, there are 24 bones and there are about 24, 25 pairs of nerves coming out of the spine. But these then, so like depending on which nerves they are, a number of them will then combine to form one specific peripheral nerve. Sometimes they go into different ones, and it gets all quite complicated. So you need really a good amount of anatomy knowledge to understand that. And today's video is not about teaching you that level of anatomy. It's you go hours and hours of lectures on anatomy at university. But the point I'm making is, if sciatica is caused by where the sciatic nerve is being compressed on its route from the spine into the leg, it can be compressed in several points, which is why you should always be wary of any claim that this is the one cure to sciatica, because actually there should be several, because true sciatica has several causes. So also, if you've been diagnosed with sciatica, there should be more of information for that diagnosis. So for example, you have sciatica as a result of XYZ. So common places that can be affected. So one could be in the spine if you've got a compression on some of those nerve roots that contribute to the sciatic nerve. So it could be because of the joint inflammation in there. It could be because of a disc is bulging out and pressing on that nerve root. It could be because of a tight muscle in your buttock area called piriformis. So the piriformis muscle is a muscle deep within the buttock area. In around 20% of the population, the sciatic nerve goes through the piriformis muscle. Can you imagine if in that case that muscle was to be tight in those 20%, then it'd be really painful. But in the remaining 80%, it goes very, very close to that. So other muscles that are lying on top start to press that way too. It may be caused by a number of other causes from various different diseases and illnesses as well. So the key thing is to figure out what is the root cause of the sciatic pinching, why is it being pinched, and what needs to be done to resolve it, not just in that moment, but in the long term from a lifestyle point of view. And that's the plan we put together for this patient. We figured out exactly what was causing the pinching. And in her case, it was the inflammation in the joints in the spine on that right side, which was also pinching the nerve on the right side going down into the leg, affecting the way their knee was functioning because it wasn't getting the right signals for the muscles to work properly, and they like doing lots of walking and exercise, so they're impacting their ability to enjoy that. And so it's been super exciting to get that diagnosis spot on. But any diagnosis is not a hard conclusion. It's a working diagnosis. So what happens is now, although we've got all the information and data, we'll see how that plays out over the next few weeks. I'll keep a close eye on how she progresses. And if we need to tweak the treatment plan as we go en route, we can do that to make sure that we get the best results. So if you've got any questions about how to remove sciatica, how to get pain relief, The number one thing is to always get the most accurate of diagnosis. And then secondly, from that, to make sure that the root cause is resolved, not just for that moment, for the long term too. If you have any questions, do feel free to drop me a comment below, or feel free to send me a tweet or send me a DM. I'm happy to answer any questions. I've had tons more come through lately, so it's really exciting to connect with you all. And I hope to see you on the next